What's up, YouTube? Today I'm going to do a quick video on my compost system. One of you guys suggested that she wanted more information about my 3-bin compost system here that I think is the easiest because it's hardly any work at all. So as you can see here, I have 1, 2, and back there, 3 bins. They're all about 4 foot wide by 4 foot tall, except for this little gate here, and that's just to keep the compost in. Now I used to do it the old-fashioned way and just pile everything up in one big wire cage, but that was very time-consuming. And every time I had to take that wire cage apart, it took me forever to turn the compost. With this system, it's a breeze. So I mow my yard about once a week. I have a pretty big yard here, and it takes me about 3.5 hours to push mow and bag up all this grass. When I'm finished mowing, I go ahead and dump all the bagged grass into this first compost bin right here. So I'll do that for about 2 weeks. On the 3rd week, before I mow again, I'll go ahead and move this pile to the 2nd bin, and then fill this one up with the freshly mowed grass. So how often you turn your pile is completely up to you. You could just turn it once a month if you wanted to, but since I have a lot of garden beds here that need feeding, I want compost faster. So I prefer to do it twice a month. Now after another 2 weeks, I'll go ahead and move this pile to the 3rd bin, the first pile to the 2nd bin, and fill this up with fresh grass. So after about a week or 2 later, that 3rd bin is ready to go. It's all nice and broke down and ready to feed my plants in my bed. Like I said, this is the easiest compost system I have found, and it's very low maintenance. Now some people like to make composting difficult. They think that you need a certain ratio of nitrogen, which is green, to carbon, which is dead things like dead leaves. And that's just not true. If you can take a look in this bin right here, it's nice and hot, and it's just plain grass clippings. It's actually really hot. If you can see in here, it's already starting to cook. All this gray stuff here is burning really hot and breaking down just nicely. And that's just grass. Now besides grass this time of year, I also have a compost bucket up in my garage that I like to put my kitchen scraps in, like onion skins, garlic skins, trimmed up vegetables, and even eggshells. But a trick for eggshells I like to do is put them in the microwave for about a minute and crush them up really fine. That way they break down a lot faster and feed your plants calcium. Now other things I like to throw in my compost pile are newspaper shreddings, shredded cardboard, or even junk mail, as long as it's not that glossy paper. And in the fall, of course, I'll go over the leaves with the lawnmower and any of my dead plants from my garden beds. I like to hit them with the mower just to chop them up really fine, that way they break down a lot faster. Now things I stay away from: meat, bones, and grease, because that'll just attract the animals, and they don't break down very easily. I also stay away from sticks, corn cobs, and any really thick plant. I have some moonflowers up there on the side of the house, and those things are rock hard when they're dry. They do not break down. Things I also don't like to put in my compost bed is used kitty litter, cooked vegetables, especially if I use butter, and this one's debatable depending on who you ask, dog poop. Personally, I don't think there's really a problem with using dog poop, but usually I turn a lot of this by hand, and I just don't want my hands in it. Well, I hope you give this composting a try. Like I said, it's one of the easiest and most low-maintenance composting systems that I've ever used. And at the end of the year, I have mounds and mounds of compost to feed my beds for next year. If you like this video and want to see more of my videos, go down below and hit the big red subscribe button and give this video a big thumbs up. If you have a question about this video, or a question about compost, or you just want to leave a suggestion for a future upcoming video, leave me a comment. Feel free to share this video across the social medias. And as always, thanks for watching, happy gardening, and I'll see you next time.